Hi and welcome back to my channel, Kissed by Starlight. I wanted to do a reading for the solstice portal that we're in right now. And wherever you are in the world, whether you're in the southern or the northern hemisphere, it's either the summer solstice for you or the winter solstice. And it's a time really of endings and beginnings and quite intense energy at the moment for all of us, I feel. Whatever's going on in your life. I think there's certainly a lot of transformation, a lot of changes coming in at the moment for all of us. And so I just wanted to ask what portal we're stepping into. What portal are you stepping into this solstice? And straight away we've got other world. So I feel it's almost as if you've gone through some incredibly significant changes, and I feel that this is a portal where there's almost like a rebirth happening. So it could be a rebirth within you, within a situation that you're in or facing. It could be to do with really yeah, it could be that you've got different choices available and open to you right now, and you've clearly made a choice. And as you make this choice, you're stepping into the new, you're stepping into another, what feels like a new dimension. I feel like it's a new timeline is opening up. And how beautiful that this card also came out, Ascend, which is all about rising. It's all about stepping up into your highest potential, into the highest vision, the highest version of you and who you are. And this is very significant as you make this choice, as you rise into the new. And it really does feel like the new. There's a lot of light here. There's it's almost like being reborn. I feel like there's just such a lot of change happened or is happening at this time or is about to happen. And it could have felt almost like a part of you has had to transition and be reborn, really stepping into the new, stepping into all that you came to be and all that you are. And again, we've got this real sense of stepping into more light, into stepping into a higher choice, a higher timeline. And it feels like this woman almost can't get there fast enough. She's almost feels like she's moving swiftly and running. It's not been an easy journey. It's not been um straightforward, and it may have been uncomfortable and difficult at times, but she can see her goal. She can see her goal now. She clearly knows what she wants, and she's clearing away the old. She's clearing away anything that she no longer wants or needs. And she's very clearly stepping into a higher situation. It may be a goal that you've had for some time. It may be, yeah, exactly. And here again is mentioning of that theme of transformation. And this card has come up quite a few times recently, in recent days. Um, and it's all to do with, oh, that's funny. I don't know if you can see, but literally one ant has come onto the table. Goodness knows where that ant has come from. It is summer here in the UK, and there are a lot of ants outside. But the fact that one sole ant has crossed the table, ants are beings of industry. They work hard, they work as a team, they work in communities. They all have their specific roles, and they're capable of achieving great things and carrying, quite significant loads on their backs. And like I said, they all work in tandem together. So this is a message of, maybe this is to do with your work. Maybe this is to do with some aspect of your career, or a work aspirational goal, or maybe it's just showing how you have worked hard. Been working really, really hard. And I just want to look up the ant medicine, seeing as that is such a funny and significant message for us for that to happen. Here we go. Ant. If Ant shows up, it means it's time to get to work on that project you've been thinking about and see it through to completion. Seek support from your closest friends and family rather than isolating yourself. Trust that you'll succeed in accomplishing your dreams. Be patient with yourself, with those around you, and with any work projects in which you're involved. So I feel that that's really quite a strong message about, about work, about the work you're doing. It doesn't have to be literally your job. It can be any work that you're currently undertaking, any project that is going on in your life right now. And we've got the card of pace, and we have the beautiful snail medicine. Snail is all about being comfortable at going at your own pace. He may not be the fastest creature um, in the natural world, and yet he goes at his own pace. He achieves everything he needs to, and he enjoys the journey. He can't go any faster, so he enjoys what's going on. So, maybe this is a message to be kind to yourself, not to be trying to race ahead or to be in competition with those around you. Not to be looking at others and thinking what you should be or shouldn't be doing, but to really allow yourself to unfurl, to grow, to achieve in your own time, in your own way, and to be happy with that, to be grateful for what is happening. And it might be that you're being asked to let go of and release attachment to the outcome. We've got the symbol of the Ouroboros, and it's the snake eating its own tail almost. It's also a symbol of completion, of coming full circle. And again, we've got the butterfly, or it could be the moth in this case. Again, a big symbol of transformation, of change, of coming into a new way of being, of bringing something into the next phase of its cycle, and trusting that everything has its cycle, everything has its natural rhythm, its natural pace, and there is a divine timing at play with all of this, with all of the situation, which means that no matter how much we want a certain outcome or we are attached to a certain outcome, we are asked to trust that there is a natural timing to this, and a natural outcome to this. And we've got releasing the past, and again we've got transforming. This is all over the reading. Things are changing, and they may be changing at a pace that you found a bit uncomfortable, but you're coming out of something. You're coming out of a situation. You're coming out of a situation that maybe has kept you in the dark, or has held you in a place that you've not been comfortable in, and now you're coming out into the light. You're letting go of attachments. You're letting go of anything that's holding you back. You're even letting go of all parts of yourself that have been perhaps holding you back. We've this to me looks like a snake skin. How the snake sheds its skin. I'm not sure that it is that, but the fact that it's reminding me of that is, again, another nod to how we grow and change, how we let go of parts of ourselves that are no longer necessary or needed or helpful on the journey, how we change and grow into the new parts of ourselves, and indeed reclaim old parts of ourselves that are necessary for the journey. But anything that is done and gone and old and sort of past its sell by day, let's say, or past its use by, we have to let go. We have to let go and allow in the new. So here again is another message about how this, whatever it is, this choice you're making at this beautiful solstice portal we stand in, whatever the choices you're making, it's going to be one that's taking you higher. It's enabling you to rise. It's enabling you to let go of something that's maybe not been helpful for you, and to find that which is helpful for you. And again, we've got that sense of taking the steps, taking the steps forward that are now necessary to come into the light, to bring this project, this work situation, this whatever this is for you, into completion, or even just into its next step, whatever that is. And again, in all of these cards, we see a figure coming out, emerging, taking the steps that are needed, and achieving another move towards their goal, towards the light, towards that which is more beneficial to them. We're seeing coming out of the dark, rising into the light. We're seeing a lot of those kinds of images. And here we're seeing somebody held in a safe space. Your spirit guides, your helpers, your angels are supporting you. They're watching over you. They're standing with you as you take this step. You're not alone. Even if you feel like you've been very much on this journey alone, you're actually not alone. You are being blessed with luck, with providence, with sight, with clarity, of vision, sort of again coming out of something and stepping into something new. So stepping out of the old, stepping out of a situation that's been a bit confining. It's not really been your true um um it's not been what's needed, what is true for you anymore. It's not necessary anymore. It's time to leave that and to take the next step in this project. And finally, we've got dancing with stones, movement, teamwork, partnership. And again, that reminds me of the little ant that Kate crawled across the table. He is reminding us of the need to join with others, join with your tribe, join with those people who can help you in this vision, in this project. Come together with those who are supportive, who feel like soul family, who feel like home, those who help bring harmony, balance, and joy, and move away from anything that's not helping you come into alignment with your vision, with your focus, with whatever this is that you've been bringing through, whatever creation you've been working on. And or maybe it's a project that you have been wanting to work on for some time, something that is now coming back into focus and being brought back into your vision now. And the fact that we've got dream makes me think, again, this is something you've wanted. This is something you've dreamt of. This is something that you've very much had in your focus, or in your subconscious, or in your vision. It's a goal. It's something you've wanted to achieve, something that you've dreamt about, something perhaps you've wanted for some time. And now it's time to take the steps, to join with those who can help you and who are helpful for you, and to take the steps to come out of whatever's no longer serving you and move into the next great vision for you. And I feel that this, again, is something that is going to be helpful, healing, and truly better. Let's just pull one more card and ask, as things stand right now, taking these choices and taking that next step, what we're stepping into, what can you expect to step into? And we've got the volcano. Now that's a very, even though that may not seem like a positive card, actually it really is, because it's talking about really allowing yourself to take the next step into expressing whatever it is that needs to be said. This may be within a relationship you've been working on. This may be, a time where you're having to come out of whatever's not been working in that relationship and move into what is helpful, with either within the relationship, or maybe it's time to leave the relationship. it's going to be different for different people. But again, I see the devotional prayers and wisdom and love that's been held within you, that's been held around you. And this again could be your spirit guides, helpers, those beings of love who've been supporting you, who've been standing with you and watching over you, bringing you these messages. I can see that they are very much they're very much supporting you fulfilling your dreams and stepping into what is good for you and what is right for you. And this is all about progress. This is about not holding back, not holding in whatever needs to be said or needs to come out for the better of this situation or this relationship, this career project, whatever it is for you, and it'll be different for everybody. It's time to be your true self, to allow your truth to come out, to be your vision, your guide. Let this be your awakening, your initiation. Let this be the next step you take, and let this be the best. Let this be the best that it can be for you. Allow yourself to take whatever step you know you need to take. And I feel you do know that it's time to leave conflict behind. It's time to leave stagnation and anything that's holding you back. It's time to leave that behind and to move forwards in the greatest way, by following your dreams, by trusting your intuition, by taking the step that's necessary to move forwards and move into whatever is the next part of this journey, whatever is, the next thing. And as a final card, we've got alignment. It's coming together, precision, and we see the finished project. We see a projection of all that this can be. So I think you've got an idea of the kind of thing you're wanting to do or that you've been dreaming of, and it's just a case of now putting that into reality, of now making that your reality, taking it from a wish into grounded action and allowing that, all of that magic to open up for you. Because I feel once you step into this, once you really truly fully step into this portal and this new door, there will be no looking back. This will go from what looks like a projection at the moment, just an idea, a vision, a dream. It will come into reality once you can take those steps and take the next step towards it. It will show you the way naturally. You'll feel yourself aligning. And a good way to know whether you're in alignment with what you're doing is literally to ask yourself to check in with your heart and say, is this right for me? How do I really feel about this? And you will get a feeling. You'll get a feeling whether it feels good for you or not. You'll get a feeling whether you really want to be in it or not. And we have to trust those feelings. So trust what your heart is telling you. Trust what your soul is telling you. No matter what anybody else is telling you, allow yourself to trust what you're telling you most. And that goes for your body as well, because the body is a vehicle as well through which we understand what it is we want and what we don't want. We definitely get a reaction within our bodies. We can use our body like a pendulum to help us understand what is good for us and what is not good for us. And we will get a definite signal from the body when something doesn't feel right, and we must listen. If we want to be in joy, in harmony, in balance, then it's time to listen to those messages. It's time to listen to whatever your intuition, your guidance, your guides have been telling you, and take that next step through this beautiful portal. Allow yourself to be reborn, to step into a new timeline, and to step up into your highest, grandest vision of yourself now, using everything you have to your advantage, coming together with all of those who can help this vision and bring it into reality, bring it into creation. So, beautiful ones, I hope that message has been helpful and healing for you. I'm wishing you such a beautiful solstice. Blessings to you, abundance and joy and happiness and harmony to you. May all your best wishes be true. And thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the next reading.